Joaquin Phoenix just made history as the first actor to win an Oscar for Best Actor in a comic book movie. How monumental is this? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Comic Power. I'm your host, Comic Killer 72. Welcome to another episode of The Quick Flip. This is a program where I go over comic book industry news in a short period of time. Please subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell as well. It will remind you when new videos come out. Alright, now let's get right into it. Throughout movie history, Hollywood has never took comic book movies very serious. They could win Academy Awards and such things as special effects and sound, but things like Best Actor, Best Director, Best Picture, they are always locked out. And if you're keeping score, yes, Heath Ledger did win an Oscar for his portrayal of the Joker back in 2009. However, that was Best Supporting Actor, not Best Actor. And he probably only won because that was his last completed film, and Hollywood wanted to honor him and would never get another opportunity to do so. The sea change happened in 2019 where Hollywood decided to nominate Black Panther for Best Picture, a first for a comic book movie. It didn't win the award. It did win for Best Set Design, Wardrobe, and Original Score, but the doors had been opened to take these movies seriously. So at the 2020 Oscars, the Joker was nominated for 11 awards and walked away with 2 of them, and one of them, of course, was that coveted Best Actor statue. And winning it can make you immortal, sort of like Marlon Brando in The Godfather, or Jamie Foxx in Ray, or Gary Oldman in The Darkest Hour. It's sad that some comic book movies of the past never got their due, such as The Winter Soldier should have been nominated for Best Picture, and James Gunn should have been nominated for Guardians of the Galaxy for Best Director. So congrats to Joaquin Phoenix, he deserved it, and congratulations to Warner Brothers. This tale of deconstruction of madness of a man has just won 2 Academy Awards and made $1 billion at the box office. They couldn't be happier. So tell me, do you think there are other comic book movies that got stiff and were worthy of big Oscar nominations but did not get any? And also, should there be a Joker sequel or should they just leave it alone? Sound off in the comment section below. Next up is Wicked Wednesday and a new comic book pick of the week. And for February 12, 2020, the pick of the week is Alienated, #1 from Boom Studios. It's a story of 3 young people that find an alien and bond with it. It becomes a pet, a friend, a companion, and it's their own little secret. It sounds a lot like E.T., doesn't it? The twist on this is that this little baby alien is going to grow up to be a predator one day. So instead of the alien looking and acting like these, it's gonna look and act like these when it grows up. Looks like Boom has a hit with this series because they've already issued a second print before the first print even came out. So pick your favorite cover and be sure to pick this up. This is a winner. Some of the honorable mentions include Undone By Blood, #1 from Aftershock. This is the story of a woman who goes back to a desert town in Arizona to find the man who killed her family and avenge their deaths. Over at Marvel, they're giving us a Gwen Stacy miniseries, and cover A is from the legend Adam Hughes. And Marvel has plenty of variants. They have some other big names such as Hung Lee with this version, Jason Scott Campbell with this version, Sarah Pacelli from Malice fame with this version, and an artist named Knock Faces with this version, which I'd like as well. The Gwen Stacy character in the Spider-Man universe has been universally popular for decades. So once again, pick your favorite cover and pick this up. And don't forget, DC is doing a Birds of Prey miniseries with a #1 coming out this week. This is a miniseries for casual viewers that seen the movie and want to see something that crosses over with that. Speaking of the Birds of Prey movie, let's look at the box office for its opening weekend, and some people are reporting this as a flop, but I don't really see it that way. It brought in $33 million on its opening weekend, and we're living in a time where a major movie comes out, and if it doesn't make $100 million, people automatically call it a flop. But let's look at some of the factors involved. First of all, this is a much smaller movie. The budget was only $85 million. This isn't one of those $200 million movies. Here's the thing, a movie has to make 3 times its budget to show a profit. So Birds of Prey has to make about $255 million worldwide at the end of its run, which is doable. This was never intended to be a $1 billion movie. It was intended to be a vehicle for Margot Robbie, to have a vehicle for the Harley Quinn franchise after all the turmoil, after the failure of BVS and Justice League. So the lead star has not played the character in 4 years. Birds of Prey is not one of the more iconic storylines from DC, and there's no Batman and the Joker in this. Warner Brothers was expecting about $50 million in the projection, and they made 33. So it disappointed, but I wouldn't say flop. It's going to make a small profit, and you'll see more Harley in the future. At the time I made this video, I have not seen it myself, but over the weekend, we had strong winds, thunderstorms, and even a tornado warning in North Carolina. So yeah, the weather may have hurt the turnout as well, and other places had bad weather on the East Coast too. For those who have seen it, what do you think of the movie so far in terms of entertainment? And do you think that people are being too hard on it on what it made over the weekend? You know the drill. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and share these videos on social media so other people learn about the channel. And don't forget, I do sell comics at my eBay page listed here with a link in the description. One Stop Thrift and Comic Power are run by the same guy. That would be me, Comic Killer 72. I have 100% feedback, by the way. And once again, thank you to my subscribers and viewers who support Comic Power. Until next time, this is Comic Killer 72 for Comic Power saying bye-bye.